So hello guys, welcome to the channel. So if you are a student who is thinking कि नोटिफिकेशन कब आने वाली है, या फिर आप अभी सोच रहे हो कि यार नोटिफिकेशन आएगी तो मैं प्रेपरेशन स्टार्ट करूंगा, या फिर आप एक प्रेपरेशन तो कर रहे हो बट अभी प्रेपरेशन ना ठीक ठाक चल रहा है बिकॉज यू डू नॉट नो हाउ टू स्ट्रक्चर इट जब नोटिफिकेशन आ जाए। तो दोस्तों इसी कंटेक्स्ट में हम लोग आपके लिए लेके आए हैं हमारी काउंटडाउन सीरीज, जहां पे हम ऑलरेडी फेज 1 की इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स डिस्कस कर चुके हैं एंड आई माई सेल्फ हैव डिस्कस द जनरल अवेयरनेस टॉपिक ऑल्सो विद यू। आज के इस वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करेंगे फेज 2 का इंपॉर्टेंट कंपोनेंट दैट इज इकोनॉमिक एंड सोशल इश्यूज, हाउ यू शुड अप्रोच इकोनॉमिक एंड सोशल इश्यूज if your notification is expected in few months। यहाँ पे हम डिस्कस करेंगे what are the important takeaways from the previous year question papers that you must note down। Then we will discuss about first of all with regards to objective paper what should be the timeline, what are the important dimensions, important topics you need to focus on। उसके बाद कौन से sources से आप पढ़ सकते हैं। उसके बाद just Karan sir will also be accompanying me here where he will be talking about your descriptive paper, how to write a better descriptive answer, what should be your approach at this point of time। सब कुछ हम डिस्कस करेंगे और बीच बीच में आपको कोई ना कोई चीट कोड्स भी बताते रहेंगे। सो प्लीज टेक अ पेपर एंड पेन विद यू एंड स्टार्ट राइटिंग दोस थिंग्स आल्सो विद रिस्पेक्ट टू योर प्रिपरेशन। अब वीडियो को स्टार्ट करने से पहले दोस्तों जस्ट अ स्मॉल अनाउंसमेंट और आई कुड से जस्ट अ स्मॉल थिंग आई वांट टू शेयर विद यू। हम लोग आपके लिए एक फ्री मेंटरशिप कोर्स लेके आए हैं जहां पे सबसे पहले आपको प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस पेपर जो हैं सॉल्व पीवाईक्यूज आपको वहां पे देखने को मिल सकती हैं। उसके साथ साथ दोस्तों आपको डिटेल सिलेबस विद रिस्पेक्ट टू दिस आरबीआई एग्जामिनेशन ग्रेड बी मैं बात करूं क्योंकि ग्रेड ए का अभी तक हमारे पास कोई भी डिटेल नहीं आया है। सो आई शुड नॉट बी सेइंग रॉन्ग थिंग टू, ग्रेड ए का भी हमारे पास सिलेबस है नहीं है, ठीक है जी। इसके अलावा हम आपको कैसे पढ़ा रहे हैं, आपको कुछ कंसेप्ट क्लासेस वहां पे देखने को मिल सकती हैं, आपको कंसेप्ट नोट्स देखने को मिल सकते हैं वेयर यू विल गेट एन आइडिया दैट हाउ वी आर हेल्पिंग यू इन योर एग्जामिनेशन प्रिपरेशन। इसके अलावा अगर आपकी कोई भी डाउट्स है विद रिगार्ड्स टू दिस आरबीआई एग्जामिनेशन तो आप अंचित सर के साथ उनकी वर्कशॉप भी अटेंड कर सकते हैं जहां पे वो आपको प्रॉपर गाइडेंस देंगे दैट हाउ यू शुड स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर द आरबीआई एग्जामिनेशन, ठीक है। चलिए दोस्तों अब वीडियो को शुरू करते हैं विद रिस्पेक्ट टू फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल द ऑब्जेक्टिव पेपर। और सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज मैं बोलूंगा, अगर आपको इकोनॉमिक एंड सोशल इश्यूज का पेपर सॉल्व करना अच्छी तरह से तो फर्स्ट थिंग यू मस्ट बी thorough with should be the syllabus of economic and social issues and second should be the previous year questions paper of economic and social issues specifically after the 2021 examination। आपको पूरी की पूरी क्लैरिटी होनी चाहिए, दैट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज बेस्ड ऑन दैट मैं भी आपसे उसी चीज पे ही डिस्कशन करूंगा। लेट्स लुक एट द फर्स्ट पॉइंट, लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड द पैटर्न ऑफ द ESI ऑब्जेक्टिव एग्जामिनेशन फर्स्ट बिकॉज if you look at the paper there is no defined objective, there is no defined pattern I could say which is seen in the objective paper here। Look at the thing here, पहले 2024 there are only 10 questions from government schemes, it was dominated just by the reports। Look at the examination of 2023, just 3 questions from reports, 12 questions were from government schemes, then there was ESI current affairs which consists of 8 questions and static was also asked। 24 no static question has been asked। Look at the paper of 2022, 20 questions of government schemes, reports again 3 marks, ESI current affairs 8 marks, just 1 question of ESI static was there, which somehow tells us that there is no defined pattern with regards to your ESI objective paper। तो हमें सब कुछ ही पढ़ना पड़ेगा, be it schemes, reports and ESI current affairs। You should prepare all the things thoroughly because you never know, it might be the thing in 2025 where you will see more and more questions from ESI current affairs, very few questions from government schemes and very few questions from reports here। So this is the first point you need to remember here, that we have to prepare all the things in our with respect to the economic and social issues for phase 2। Now let's start with the next important point here because if I say that you have to prepare everything, the next question is for how much time you have to prepare all this current affairs। अब इस point of time पे बहुत बच्चों के मन में बहुत ज्यादा सवाल आते हैं कि सर मैं अब तैयारी स्टार्ट कर रहा हूं तो मैं कब से पढ़ूं, या मेरा राइट पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन क्या होना चाहिए, या मेरा राइट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइमलाइन क्या होना चाहिए। सबसे पहले चीज समझे दोस्तों, अगर आप जनरल कंटेक्स्ट में पेपर को देखोगे तो मेजॉरिटी ऑफ क्वेश्चन यू विल सी आर फ्रॉम पास्ट 8 months which have been asked in the examination, ठीक है जी। अब जैसा कि एक्सपेक्टेड है कि शायद जुलाई अगस्त के आसपास आपका नोटिफिकेशन आ सकता है। अगर जुलाई अगस्त के आसपास आपका नोटिफिकेशन आता है तो यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट after a month September around your phase 1 examination will be there। and if we go with the past tense, so from phase 1 to phase 2 generally you have to just to have 15 to 21 days, so which means if September first week में होता तो September end में आप expect कर सकते हो कि आपका फेज 2 होगा. दिस इज जस्ट एन assumption आई एम सेइंग, आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि एग्जैक्ट डेट्स यही है, नो, जस्ट एन assumption मैं आपको दे रहा हूं कि ये हो सकता है. ठीक है. Now let's say your paper is in the end of September. Now let's count 8 months here. That will be August, full September month till 3rd week September. Then you have August, July, June, you have May, you have April, ठीक है, and then March and Feb. तो Feb से लेके आप तक August तक का जो month है, that would become very much important here. Now when I say the last 6 months are very, very important, which means somehow if you are preparing current affairs from the month of April onwards, you will still be able to solve many questions here. Because majority questions तो यहीं से आए हैं. अगर मैं schemes की बात करूं, schemes तो majority almost यहीं से आए हैं. Current affairs भी आए हैं. Then you have the majority of reports also which were being seen in the past 5 to 6 months only. Okay जी, that is the first thing here. Now you are a student who is already preparing the current affairs. अब वो क्या करेंगे? उनको मैं बोलूंगा दोस्तों, वो कहीं ना कहीं आप फेब तक टारगेट करो. ठीक है, फेब से आप स्टार्ट कर लीजिए. हाँ, इन स्टूडेंट्स के लिए भी है कि सबसे पहले टारगेट अप्रैल करो, then if April is done, then go with the month of February. And now when I'm making this video, we are not far behind. We are just in the month of mid of June. ठीक है, and from here if you also start मई, अप्रैल, मार्च, 3 months जैसे आपको पढ़ो रिवर्स ऑर्डर में. ठीक है जी, तो दैट शुड बी द टाइमलाइन यू कैन फॉलो हियर. नाउ इफ यू आर अ स्टूडेंट अप्रैल तक पढ़े, उसके अलावा दोस्तों हमने आपके लिए क्या किया, हम आपके लिए मंथली रिवीजन सेशंस लेके आए, आप उसको भी यूटिलाइज कर सकते हैं फॉर योर एग्जामिनेशन प्रिपरेशन, वेयर वी हैव ऑलरेडी टेकन द सेशंस फ्रॉम Jan month onwards. Okay, so I have taken a proper session on government schemes, reports Devanshu sir has taken. ठीक है जी. Then if I talk about, we have a monthly revision session also where we used to take general awareness questions, we used to take financial awareness, economic and social issues questions also there. So that also you can take a help also, but for the month of Feb, March and Jan, you can take Feb, March I could say take an help. अप्रैल तक आप, अप्रैल से आप अच्छी तरह से मैगजीन्स पढ़नी स्टार्ट कर दीजिए. ओके जी, दैट शुड बी योर टाइमलाइन हियर. Now with regards to timeline, the next question that comes to my mind is that, sir, how should now I approach ESI current affairs? Because I told you have to read each and everything that is being mentioned in the syllabus. So if we broadly categorize your economic and social issues, these are the 3 things you will see here: government schemes, reports, and then you have current affairs which are related to your syllabus. Okay, now let me start first with the thing here that is known as government schemes here. But for all these things, as I mentioned you, this is the thing with which all of you should be thorough. That is your syllabus. So guys, अगर आप आज प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट कर रहे और आपने अभी तक कुछ नहीं किया है, तो आज आपको क्या करना है, सबसे पहले सिलेबस देखना और उसको अच्छी तरह से एनालाइज करना है. Look at the PYQs, mark the questions with regards to your syllabus, and I think that would give you the best clarity. तो ये चीट कोड नंबर 1 मैं आपको दे रहा हूं कि सिलेबस को अच्छी तरह देखिए, मैपिंग करनी खुद स्टार्ट कीजिए, बिकॉज तब आपको बेटर क्लैरिटी होगी. हमने तो आपको करके दिए ही हुए हैं मैप, बट आप खुद करोगे तो आपको ज्यादा बेटर क्लैरिटी मिल जाएगी. ठीक है जी. तो स्कीम्स, रिपोर्ट्स और करंट अफेयर्स. सबसे पहले पढ़ते हैं कि गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स को कैसे अप्रोच करना है. गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स में इफ यू लुक एट द क्वेश्चंस दैट आर बीइंग आस्क्ड, दीस आर द डायमेंशंस फ्रॉम व्हिच यू विल सी द क्वेश्चंस हैव बीन आस्क्ड ऑन गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स हियर. बिफोर आई से टू यू गाइस दैट व्हाट आर द इंपॉर्टेंट डायमेंशंस यू हैव टू फोकस ऑन, या फिर कौन सी चीजों पे आपको ध्यान देना है, मैं आपको बेसिक चीज बता के जाता हूं कि गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स को अप्रोच कैसे करना है. यही सबसे बड़ी गलती होती है. Many of the students always think let's try to cram government schemes, because government schemes cram करेंगे तो चीजें फैक्ट्स याद हो जाएंगे और वो हमारा पेपर जो है वो इजी हो जाएगा. यही हम लोग गलती कर रहे हैं. क्यों कर रहे हैं मैं बताता हूं. Look at the first thing guys. If you look at the paper, you can utilize the same information that you are reading for the objective as a fodder for descriptive also, and how you will use it as a fodder when you have a proper understanding of that scheme. That is how you can put these things. That is how you can code these things. So whenever you talked about economic and social issues, be it schemes, be it reports, be it current affairs, always think and always focus on understanding, and that you can make even at this point of time also. If I talk about government schemes, yes, the important things from which you will see question will be funding pattern, objective. If there is an updation here, key features, eligible beneficiaries, that should be the prime thing here from which the majority of questions are asked. But always try to make an understanding here. As I have already told you in my general awareness phase 1 video also, that कैसे समझना है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट प्रधानमंत्री मुद्रा योजना, ठीक है. इंस्टेड ऑफ जस्ट लुकिंग एट द फैक्ट्स एंड क्रैमिंग दोस थिंग्स, ट्राई टू मेक अ स्मॉल अंडरस्टैंडिंग why that scheme has been launched. You will be able to know about the objectives of the scheme, what that scheme wants to do. Then you will be able to know about the for what and for whom the scheme has been launched. You will know about the eligible beneficiaries. ठीक है जी. अब वो करना क्या चाहते हैं? लोन देना चाहते हैं. How they are going to help? By giving the loan, that is शिशु, किशोर, तरुण, तरुण plus. Now, in terms of providing, when they are providing a loan, what are the things they are going to give? What are the benefits the persons are getting? It's a collateral-free loan. Okay, it's a collateral-free loan giving at a very low rate of interest. Then the next thing is Mudra cards will be given for withdrawable purpose here. जब आप इस चीजों को समझोगे, तो आपको चीजें आसान लगने लग जाएंगी. इट्स ऑल अबाउट फैक्ट. आई एम स्टिल सेइंग, ऐसा नहीं फैक्ट्स नहीं पढ़ रहे, फैक्ट्स पढ़ रहे, बट अब आपकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से इसको समझो. अगर आप उसको क्रैम करने बैठोगे तो फिर नहीं होने वाला. फिर मैं आपको 100% लिखा के दे देता हूं. अगर ऑब्जेक्टिव में थोड़ा सा पेपर क्वेश्चन इधर उधर हुआ, आप भूल जाओगे. एंड सेम थिंग हैपेंस इन डिस्क्रिप्टिव ऑल्सो. अगर आपको कोट करना ही भूल जाओगे, बिकॉज आपको फैक्ट्स याद है, आपको स्कीम का कंसेप्ट याद नहीं है. ठीक है. लेट मी गिव यू सिंपल थिंग जो मैं अभी बता रहा हूं, फटाफट में बताते हैं. पीएम मुद्रा स्कीम तो क्या है? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, व्हाट इज पीएम मुद्रा? डिफिनेशन ऑफ मुद्रा, इट्स अ रीफाइनेंस स्कीम. ठीक है. क्या है जी? रीफाइनेंस स्कीम. whom it is targeting? Non corporate, non farming. Now refinance, which is a collateral free loan. Collateral free loan. Now whom, how you will be helping? By providing loan. I told you collateral free loan. To whom you are providing loan? Or which type of, how to? Shishu, Kishore, Tarun and Tarun plus. These are the type of loans you are giving. तो ये समझ आ गया. अब इससे होगा क्या? आपने वो बता दिया, बेनिफिट्स बता दिए. बेनिफिट्स में आपको की फीचर्स बता दिए कि विड्रॉल्स अलाउड है, a PAN is not mandatory, LIC is not mandatory. That is the points how you can remember here. And this is the best approach of reading the government schemes, because if you start doing this thing, this will really help you in building your concept, building your understanding, and with this you will be able to code the things in your descriptive answers also, which further on this current sir will be discussing with you in this video also. Okay, if you look at the objective paper, the question that has been asked, the question has been asked on Mission Vatsalya scheme. Mission Vatsalya is a strategic initiative focused on advancing child development and protection in line with the sustainable development goals. Consider the following. This is all about beneficiaries of the scheme, whom it is targeting. And if you look at the beneficiaries, if you have an understanding, you will be able to solve the case study based questions which are used to be asked in the examination. Then you will be able to solve the descriptive part of the examination also, because आपको understanding है और वही आपको सबसे पहले बनानी है. और जब आप अंडरस्टैंडिंग समझोगे, ऑटोमेटिकली आपको सारी की सारी चीजें याद हो जाएंगी. Now comes my next important question, that is, sir, which scheme shall I read? I would say, guys, read those schemes which are related to your syllabus and they are seen in news in the past 8 months. Irrespective of ministry जब मैं बात करता हूं, तो याद रखना, अब आपको वो schemes पढ़नी है जो आपके syllabus से relate होंगी. Now, if you see, there has been a question asked on PM Pranam scheme also. PM Pranam scheme. PM Pranam scheme is a scheme of Ministry of Fertilizers. ठीक है, Ministry of Fertilizers. Now, many of you will be saying, sir, why they have asked? If I say that these are the ministries which are not important, Ministry of Fertilizers is not important, Ministry of Defense is not important. Yes, you can say this thing, but why that they have asked question on PM Pranam scheme then? The question was asked because it is related to the syllabus, that is Indian agriculture. And that is where I say the syllabus weightage is very important for us, guys. That is why the syllabus understanding is important. तो ये याद रखना, तभी वो चीट कोड आपको बता के जा रहा हूं. तो आपको वो सारी स्कीम्स पढ़ने जो आपके सिलेबस से मार्क होती हैं, इसीलिए सिलेबस मैपिंग सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है. ठीक है जी. नाउ यू कैन सी हियर, स्टार्टअप इन इंडिया स्कीम, एग्जामिनेशन वाज इन द मंथ ऑफ अक्टूबर एंड इट्स 9th अगस्त दैट द स्कीम वाज सीन इन न्यूज. ठीक है जी. तो ये हो गया हमारा स्कीम्स वाला पार्ट खत्म. अब बात करते हैं, अच्छा, स्कीम्स में एक चीज और भूल गया मैं, कि कौन सी स्कीम्स पे आपको प्रायोरिटी ऑर्डर क्या रखना है स्कीम्स को लेकर. अब स्कीम्स को लेकर प्रायोरिटी ऑर्डर फटाफट में याद रखना. इफ द स्कीम इज लॉन्च्ड, if there is an updation in the scheme, then if the scheme has achieved a milestone like some years have been completed, for example PM Mudra has completed 10 years, ठीक है जी, then अटल पेंशन योजना, सुरक्षा बीमा योजना, they have also completed some years, ठीक है, I think 9 या 10 years उनके भी हो चुके हैं, तो वो इंपॉर्टेंट याद रख लेना। उसके बाद आता है there is a detailed article, because somehow when you are in the month of August your monsoon session comes, the ministry से used to say कि यार ये हमारी इंपॉर्टेंट स्कीम है, और उसके बारे में वो डिटेल्ड एक्सप्लेनेशन देते हैं प्रेस इंफॉर्मेशन ब्यूरो में। तो ये सब कुछ ये schemes हैं that should always be on your priority list when you're preparing for the examination, even at this point of time also. Yes, there will be some schemes on which you will see that there are some sort of data that has been released, and I would say with respect to data, what is the data you have to focus on? Obviously milestone data are important, milestone data is more important. With respect to the data which are subjective to change, just refer to the latest data that might have been released just month or 2 months before the examination. That would be more than enough. Okay, so that is the thing from where the priority has to be set here. And कौन सा source follow कर सकते हो? Source follow करने के लिए दोस्तों आप PIB पे जा सकते हो, Press Information Bureau is the important source here. Complement it with your, I would say, official scheme guidelines. But let me be honest here, guys. मैंने आपको source बता दिया है. But if I say कि within 2 to 3 months your notification is coming, क्या आपके पास 2-3 महीने में PIB पे जाके हर एक स्कीम की गाइडलाइन खोलने का टाइम होगा? शायद नहीं होगा। तो अब करना क्या है? Go with the compilations. We are offering you a compilation in our course, a dedicated compilation for schemes. That is by the name of scheme step document. आप वहां पे जा सकते हो। मैंने वहां पे जितनी स्कीम्स आपको बताई, यही सारी स्कीम्स हमने फर्स्ट सेक्शन ऑफ द स्कीम्स में प्रॉपर माइंड मैप फॉर्म में की है। बाकी आप अपनी प्रिपरेशन को और एनहांस कर सकते हो। वी हैव ऑलरेडी टेकन अ फ्री YouTube series we have provided, that is by the name of playlist of government scheme is there. वहां पे जाके मैंने काफी प्रोमिनेंट मिनिस्ट्री वाइज स्कीम्स डिस्कस किया, तो वहां पे मैं जो स्टोरी आपको बता रहा हूँ वही स्टोरी लाइन फॉर्मेशन में ही हमने उन स्कीम्स को पढ़ा है, तो आप वो भी जाके यहाँ पे कवर कर सकते हो फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स प्लेलिस्ट दैट इज बीइंग अवेलेबल ऑन अवर यूट्यूब चैनल. So that is how the schemes can be tackled. Now let's talk about reports. Reports, one thing I have told you in my general awareness video also when I talked about how ESI is important for phase 1 examination also. Again, if I say here also, the important reports that you must refer is, first of all, cover those reports which are clearly defined in your syllabus. World Development Report, latest edition, I would say, एक जुलाई में अपडेट होता है, तो वो वाला अपडेट आपको याद रखना है. वर्ल्ड डेवलपमेंट रिपोर्ट हो गया, वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक आउटलुक हो गया, देन वी हैव आरबीआई एनुअल रिपोर्ट, वी हैव रिपोर्ट्स ऑन करेंसी एंड फाइनेंस, वी हैव ट्रेंड्स एंड प्रोग्रेस ऑफ बैंक इन इंडिया रिपोर्ट, यूनियन बजट एंड इकोनॉमिक सर्वेज देयर. देन आई कुड से समहाउ the financial stability report is important. So the reports which are clearly defined in your syllabus should always be given a high priority because they are important. And if you look at this year's paper also, I have just shown you that there were majority of questions which were being asked from reports. But is it a thing that we have to worry this year? No. Why? I tell you. Because the question that has been asked is being asked only from those things which were anticipated, which we were expecting the question will be asked. Only thing is, instead of asking a descriptive question, they have asked a objective question this year. ठीक है जी, जैसा कि मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा अभी आगे. अब देखो, वर्ल्ड डेवलपमेंट रिपोर्ट, a full-fledged paragraph-based question has been asked on this world development report also in the examination, which is clearly defined in the syllabus. Economic survey question has been asked, defined in the syllabus. So आपके 8-9 क्वेश्चन तो यहीं से हो गए. ठीक है, और कितने हैं? 17 क्वेश्चन आ गए. ठीक है ना. इसके अलावा कौन सी रिपोर्ट्स पढ़ने? रिपोर्ट्स दैट इज रिलीज्ड बाय इंटरनेशनल एंड नेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस. इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस लाइक वर्ल्ड बैंक, IMF, ठीक है जी, यूनेस्को, दे आर इंपॉर्टेंट. नेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन लाइक नीति आयोग, if some ministries have released a report, they are very very important. And yes, if they are related to syllabus, that should be read. Okay, that should be read for your examination. And I would say here, one thing please note down. Generally I used to say, guys, read reports till 8 months. अब इस point of time पे बहुत बच्चों के माइंड में ऐसा करूं क्या? मैं बोलूंगा देखो, टारगेट्स आपको ऐसे रखने. सबसे पहले आपका टारगेट है 6 months कवर करना, यानी कि फर्स्ट टारगेट फॉर यू इज cover the current affairs till the month of April. Yes, when you have done till month of April, then next target is to go till the month of February. And for reports, guys, I would say, because we have seen in the previous year paper, the reports of past 1 year is a targetable report, जहां पे आप बोलोगे मुझे तो सर कोशिश करने के ऑलमोस्ट जितने क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं मैं कर लूं, बट क्या ये 1 year इनफ होगा? अगेन नो, because every year you will see in the objective paper they will be asking question on some reports which is not seen in the news in the past 1 year also. This year the question was been asked on SDG Lancet study. I think it was in the year 2022 when the question was asked on World Bank's Human Capital Index. अब क्या ये क्वेश्चन टैकल करने हैं? ये है आपका चीट कोड नंबर 2? नहीं. अब आप सोचोगे सर मेरा फेज 2 का पेपर है, ईच एंड एवरी मार्क्स काउंट्स हियर. Why should I not target that thing? Because there were 4 to 5 questions, which means around 8 to 10 marks will be costing you. And you are saying, sir, that you should not attempt those questions. I'm still saying, छोड़ दो. क्यों? रीजन बताता हूं. क्योंकि भाई हमें आपने 10 मार्क्स देखे, मैंने क्या देखे? मैंने आपके 40 मार्क्स देखे. That majority of your paper is coming from past 8 months. And obviously, guys, I'm not saying कि you cannot. You have a time. आपको लगता है मैं कर पाऊंगा, आप कर लो. बट पॉइंट है कितनी पढ़ लोगे, कितनी पुरानी रिपोर्ट्स पढ़ लोगे, 2 साल 3 साल कितनी पढ़ लोगे. पॉइंट इज यू हैव टू रिमेंबर द डाटा ऑल्सो. डाटा याद कैसे करोगे? वही नहीं होता. कैसे करोगे? समझ रहे हो ना? ये प्रॉब्लम आती है. इसीलिए मैं बोल रहा हूं कि जो आपको 8 मंथ्स का टाइमलाइन है उसको इतने अच्छे तरह करो कि आपको ये पता हो कि बाकी तो पता नहीं, बट 8 मंथ्स में से मैं गलत नहीं होने दूंगा. दैट शुड बी योर strategy here. Now, look at the question here. Now, the next question comes in the mind of student. Sir, मुझसे रिपोर्ट्स याद नहीं होती, ना आरबीआई एनुअल रिपोर्ट होती है, ना ये वर्ल्ड डेवलपमेंट रिपोर्ट, वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक आउटलुक नहीं याद होती. मैं क्या करूं? मैं आपको बेसिक फंडा बताता हूं क्या करना है. इस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे बिफोर यू स्टार्ट रीडिंग, ऑलवेज थिंक 4 बेसिक प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ रिपोर्ट्स दैट यू शुड बी थॉरो. क्या क्या होना चाहिए? सबसे पहले तो यार ऑलवेज से कि जो भी रिपोर्ट रिलीजिंग बॉडी वो बताना चाहिए कि बेसिक्स तो क्लियर हो. रिलीजिंग बॉडी, देन हु इज एट टॉप, हु इज एट बॉटम, इंडिया's rank in terms of different parameters, and India's specific recommendation. Always go with this thing first. What will happen here? With this thing होगा क्या? एक तो आपका वर्कलोड, थोड़ा सा लोड कम होगा. यही बेसिक पढ़ के जाओ यार, क्योंकि आप किसी को रिपोर्ट सुनाओगे तो यही तो बोलोगे ना. अगर आप मुझसे बात कर रहे हो, सर रिपोर्ट आई है, मतलब क्या? अच्छा, किसकी आई है? ठीक है सर, क्या बताया? कौन टॉप पे, कौन बॉटम पे? इंडिया के बारे में क्या बताया? यही तो याद किया आपने. अब ये नहीं कह रहा ग्लोबल फाइंडिंग्स कैन नॉट बी आस्क्ड, दे कैन बी आस्क्ड. ग्लोबल रिकमेंडेशन सर पूछेगा नहीं? सर पूछ सकता है भाई, पूछ लेगा, बट सारी याद हो रही है? नहीं हो रही ना. तो फिर ये कर लो पहले. And look at the questions that have been asked now. ठीक है जी. अब आपसे पूछा गया कंसीडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स अबाउट इंडिया एज पर द रीसेंट रिपोर्ट. जो हमने वर्ल्ड डेवलपमेंट रिपोर्ट के क्वेश्चन देखे हैं. पहला क्वेश्चन क्या आया? वर्ल्ड डेवलपमेंट रिपोर्ट सजेस्ट वेरियस वेज टू एस्केप द इकोनॉमिक ट्रैप हियर. ये क्वेश्चन आया है रिकमेंडेशन के ऊपर. अब आ जाते हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू द हाउ मेनी मिडिल इनकम कंट्रीज हैव सक्सेसफुली ट्रांजिशन इनटू हाई इनकम स्टेटस. ग्लोबल फाइनेंस क्वेश्चन आया, मैंने बोला टॉप और बॉटम पढ़ो. अब क्या वर्ल्ड डेवलपमेंट रिपोर्ट पे टॉप एंड बॉटम आता है? नहीं आता. तो मतलब कि यहाँ पे मेरा टॉप एंड बॉटम वाला अप्रोच तो शायद गलत हो जाएगा. बट यहाँ पे करना क्या, जब टॉप बॉटम नहीं आता तो मेजर चेंजेस देखो क्या है. सो मेजर चेंजेस क्या है? मेजर चेंजेस मिडिल इनकम ट्रैप था, तो वो पढ़ लेंगे यहाँ पे आके, है ना. अब आ जाएगा, देखो क्या है, इंडिया का टेस्ट में क्वेश्चन आ गया. देयर वर 4 क्वेश्चंस दैट हैव बीन आस्क्ड. 3 तो कर ही लोगे. ये क्वेश्चन वैसे ही नहीं करना है, बोलूंगा कितने कंट्रीज, कितनी रिपोर्ट्स क्या पब्लिक एजेंट्स याद कर लोगे? नहीं कर पाओगे. एंड गाइज ऑलवेज यू विल सी आरबीआई ऐसे क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछेगा बिकॉज दे वांट टू टेस्ट यू, दे वांट टू मेक यू, दे वांट टू कीप यू इन फियर, एंड दे ऑलवेज वांट टू टेस्ट यू. जब आप ये बोलोगे कि यार मुझे तो ये करना ही करना है क्योंकि मेरा क्वेश्चन गलत हो जाएगा, ये चीज नहीं करनी बस. ठीक है जी. तो दिस इज विद रिगार्ड्स टू रिपोर्ट्स हियर. ठीक है जी. और ये जो रिपोर्ट्स हैं लेटेस्ट एडिशन, जैसे मैंने आपको बोला, इसका लेटेस्ट एडिशन अगस्त में आया था. ठीक है. तो जुलाई अगस्त के आसपास ही वर्ल्ड डेवलपमेंट रिपोर्ट का लेटेस्ट अपडेट्स भी आएंगे. सो दैट यू शुड बी थॉरो विद. ओके. नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द फाइनल पिलर, दैट इज ESI करंट अफेयर्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ करंट अफेयर्स. ESI करंट अफेयर्स, इफ आई टॉक अबाउट हियर, व्हाट आर द इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स? अगेन यू शुड बी थॉरो विद दिस सिलेबस हियर. अब ESI करंट अफेयर्स का पिछले साल क्वेश्चन नहीं आया. उससे पहले क्वेश्चन क्या आया था? which of the following state was among the top 3 states in terms of highest GST revenue collection here. Now for ESI I would say what are the topics you should follow. क्या क्या करने हैं मैं रिकमेंडेशन बता दूं. देखो सबसे पहले याद रखना है रीजनल इकोनॉमिक कॉर्पोरेशंस, sustainable development and environmental issues, employment generation in India. Then we have topic related to social justice, gender issues that should be taken on high priority. Along with that, you can talk about fiscal policies like GST can be important here. Moderately, I would say you should focus on the topics like globalization. Somehow, Indian political system, if some major laws have been there, like for example, gender issues laws, gender related laws आता कुछ आता तो वो इंडियन पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम का पार्ट बन गया. लो प्रायोरिटी पे कौन से टॉपिक्स रखने हैं? बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट, मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी. मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी इफ आई एम सेइंग गाइस, देयर इज अ बिगर चेंज इन मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी, वो ऑटोमेटिकली आपका आरबीआई नोटिफिकेशन में कवर हो चुका है, तो इसलिए यहाँ पे कोई मॉनेटरी पॉलिसीज का एज सच इंपैक्ट नहीं आएगा, वो आप ऑलरेडी आरबीआई नोटिफिकेशन से उसको कवर अप कर चुके होंगे. ठीक है, मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी कैन बी हियर. देन आई वुड से एक्सपोर्ट इंपोर्ट, कम चांस है क्वेश्चन है बिकॉज इस पे क्वेश्चन नहीं आए हैं, ये प्रोमिनेंट चीज है. रीजनल इकोनॉमिक ऑपरेशंस लाइक इंडिया ऑस्ट्रेलिया इकोनॉमिक ऑपरेशन ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट, क्वेश्चन वाज आस्क्ड. India UAE comprehensive economic partnership, comprehensive economic pact, question has been asked in 2022 examination. Mission lifestyle for environment, question has been asked in 2023 examination. This year there was not a paragraph based question that has been asked. इस साल क्वेश्चन ही नहीं आया इसे करंट अफेयर से, एक आधा क्वेश्चन था, बेसिक सा क्वेश्चन था. तो इसका मतलब क्या है कि हो सकता है, ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं आएगा, हो सकता है अगले साल आ जाए. 25 में यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट अ क्वेश्चन हियर बिकॉज दे हैव आस्क्ड यू क्वेश्चन इन प्रीवियस ईयर on ESI current affairs. So the major topics which are there, like climate oriented, like ESI, that should always be on your top priority list here. Now, how to approach ESI current affairs is the next thing here. With regards to economic and social issues, the thing here is, guys, again go with the current affairs in reverse order: May, April, Feb and March here. अब जो चीज आपने मई में पढ़ ली, आपको सबसे पहले क्या करना है? Focus on the core topic. That is the most thing here. For example, if you are reading a news, let's say on COP, Conference of Parties, and here India has announced an initiative. So first of all, you should be remembering about COP, where it has taken place. Then, if India has announced an initiative or if some declaration has been announced, just go through the declaration and that specific India-oriented initiative which India has announced. वो important है. If you talk about regional, अब देखो बार बार कुछ भी हो जाए, गवर्नमेंट विल ऑलवेज से कि यार हमने ये किया था, हमने वो किया था, आपने एक बार पढ़ लिया आपको याद हो जाएगा. अब उल्टा आते हैं दूसरा, अगर आप बात कर रहे हो रीजनल इकोनॉमिक ऑपरेशंस की. फॉर एग्जांपल, ब्रिक्स इज सीन इन न्यूज. ठीक है, नाउ इंडोनेशिया बिकेम्स 10th member of BRICS. So you first of all go through what is BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. When was BRICS formed? Who are the member of BRICS? ठीक है जी. What is the prime objective of BRICS? Members, observing members. BRICS is done. Now whenever you are hearing news of BRICS, आपको कभी बार बार ये नहीं पढ़ना कि यार BRICS में ये हो गया, अब BRICS की नेक्स्ट समिट हो रही है. BRICS की समिट कहाँ पे हो रही है? क्लियर. Unless and until India has launched an initiative या फिर कोई उसकी डेक्लेरेशन अनाउंस है, उसके बाद सिर्फ यही न्यूज आता है कि इकोनॉमिक मिनिस्टर, फॉरेन मिनिस्टर गॉन, एग्रीकल्चर मिनिस्टर गॉन, they are going for attending the meeting. But the point is BRICS is important. So that is how you can approach ESI current affairs also, guys. क्योंकि काफी चीजें रिपीट होंगी, बट जब भी आप पहली बार पढ़ रहे हो तो आपको अपना टाइम डिवोट करना है, बिकॉज इट विल बी समहाउ यू आर रीडिंग इट फॉर फर्स्ट टाइम, तो उसको समझो, अंडरस्टैंड हियर, तभी आप चीजों को रिलेट करो. बिकॉज कहीं ना कहीं जब करंट से डिस्क्रिप्टिव समझाएंगे ना आपको, आप समझो कि जो चीजें मैं आपको बता रहा हूं वो बहुत 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 आपके लिए हेल्पफुल होने वाली है. ठीक है जी. नाउ व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट सोर्सेज हियर, सोर्सेज फॉर ESI आर कॉमनली इफ आई टॉक अबाउट बीट एनीथिंग हियर. स्कीम्स हो गया, ESI करंट अफेयर्स हो गया, इंडिया स्पेसिफिक रिपोर्ट्स आ गए, नेशनल रिपोर्ट्स. PIB is the important source here. Then you can complement it with a newspaper like the Hindu or Live Mint. ठीक है जी, या फिर बिजनेस स्टैंडर्ड के साथ कॉम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हो. Then, but I would suggest at this point of time, your best partner would be your compilations. And coming to the compilations again, guys, the compilation schemes tab is here, reports tab is here. We have a dedicated miscellaneous reports section for which the reports which are given in your syllabus, we have covered them thoroughly, covering both descriptive and objective part of the examination. Then, guys, for current affairs, we have a dedicated section of GA plus ESI in our current tab document, where we are covering PIB, other newspaper, along with links you have embedded here. And the most important thing, हमने आपके साथ YouTube पे भी सीरीज स्टार्ट की है, that is by the name of CT360. which you can again take and help, ठीक है, for your ESI preparation. So this is about the current affairs part here, because I think now within this 30 to 35 minutes, तो यहाँ पे मैंने कहीं ना कहीं आपको करंट अफेयर्स बहुत अच्छी तरह समझाया है. और दूसरा चीट कोड यही है कि आप कंपाइलेशंस पे फोकस करना, फोकस ऑन टाइमलाइन, फोकस ऑन अंडरस्टैंडिंग. Priority I have already told you. Then comes my next important part here. What should be my timeline or timetable with regards to my current affairs preparation? So guys, with regards to timetable, generally मैं कोई standard timetable नहीं बनाता, because every student has his or her own journey of starting the current affairs. There will be some students who might be weak in government schemes. There will be some students who might be weak in reports. There will be some students who might be weak in your ESI current affairs. So first of all, what you have to do is start with your component which you are really weak. अगर आप रिपोर्ट्स में वीक हो तो पहले रिपोर्ट्स पढ़ो. रिपोर्ट्स में जो मैंने आपको बेसिक कंपोनेंट्स बताया पहले आप वो कर लीजिए, फिर आ जाइए स्कीम्स के ऊपर. स्कीम्स में वही फंडा है कि अगर आप स्कीम्स में वीक हो, जो मैंने आपको 4 कैटेगरीज ऑफ स्कीम्स बताई हैं उसको सबसे पहले पढ़िए एंड स्टार्ट रीडिंग, जो कि न्यूज में. करंट अफेयर्स में वीक हो तो करंट अफेयर्स से स्टार्ट कर लो. उसके बाद सेकेंडली वो उठाएंगे जिसमें हम उससे ज्यादा थोड़ा सा कम वीक हैं. थर्ड वी विल सर्व विद दो थिंग जहां पे हम कंफर्टेबल हम इसको अप्रोच कर सकते हैं. ये हो गया किस तरह से आपको चीजें उठानी है. अब यहाँ पे मैं बिफोर आई एंड द करंट अफेयर पार्ट है, आई वुड से गाइस ऑलवेज फॉलो दिस स्पेसिफिक स्ट्रेटजी दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. That is very very important for examination. You must know that what are your must do topics. जब भी आपको करंट अफेयर स्टार्ट करने हैं, look at the papers, look at the thing, analyze yourself and you will be able to know what are my must do topics. अगर आज मुझे स्कीम पढ़नी है तो मुझे स्कीम्स ही सबसे पहले कवर करनी है. मेरी स्कीम्स होगी, मुझे लग रहा है मैं करंट अफेयर्स कर लूंगा तो मैं ये से पढ़ लूंगा. दैट शुड बी माय शुड डू टॉपिक. व्हेन माय दिस इज डन आई कुड अप्रोच टू दिस थिंग शुड डू. देन माय कुड डू टॉपिक्स. Both must and should are done, then I could do this thing also today. Then the most important part is this part, want to. And if you got a clarity on want to topic, guys, you will never be suffering in this examination, because you yourself have a clarity यार. For example, there was a question on SDG Lancet study. आपको क्वेश्चन देख के ही पता है, मैं वो क्वेश्चन नहीं करूंगा because मुझे पता ही नहीं. I want to that topic. There is a question being asked on the director of that specific report. I do not know the answer. I want to that topic. That is my want to topic, and you will be getting, if you got a clarity here na, it will help in your preparation, it will help in attempting your paper, and it will help in analyzing you also. जब ये सब कुछ करोगे, मॉक टेस्ट दोगे, एनालाइज करो, और एनालाइजेशन से भी यही चीज आपको क्लैरिटी होनी चाहिए. ये क्लैरिटी इंपॉर्टेंट है. Now let me proceed towards the next part here, that is ESI static. With regards to ESI static, guys, the thing is it's not a dominating pillar as of now. Questions have been asked, but still the questions have been asked on some standard basic topics like monetary policy, international economic institutions, sustainable development and environmental issues, fiscal policy. These are the topics you must refer to. That should be your higher priority topics. ठीक है जी. ये थोड़े से आगे moderate priority topics like economic history of India. That is for understanding purpose. Economic history, measurement of growth, social justice somehow is more inclined towards current affairs part here. Gender issues also. These are two topics which you should always be, I would say, referring current affairs would be better here. Then comes your balance of payment to understand the basic topics here so that you have an idea with regards to ESI static. Okay. What are the sources you can follow with regards to ESI static? I would say this is the sources you can follow here. Indian economy, you can follow the book of Ramesh Singh, and for social justice, you can follow the book of Ram Ahuja here. Now remember one thing very important that I am telling you here is, guys, ESI static, it should not be think that you should now at this point of time, if you have not done anything, again I would say read ESI static first. The reason for that is because obviously I am not saying that ki weightage zyada hai, but the point is if you have understood the thing, then it will be really becoming easy for you to understand the current affairs also, because that is necessity for understanding the current affairs of your ESI. How will you be able to know if you do not know what is the different type of inflation? How you will be able to tackle the questions of monetary policy committee if they are talking about inflation can be low, inflation can be high? How you can make a relation on that? If I'm talking about BRICS, if I'm talking about ASEAN, if you do not know what is BRICS, what is ASEAN, how you will be able to understand those things also? What will be the impact? How important these things are? Yes, current affairs में भी कवर होता है, बट कहीं ना कहीं अगर यहाँ से कर जाओगे तो आपको एक बेटर क्लैरिटी मिल सकती है. ठीक है जी. ये इंपॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट था विद रिगार्ड्स टू द ऑब्जेक्टिव पेपर. अब इसी चीज को कैसे यूटिलाइज करना है एज अ फॉर्डर फॉर डिस्क्रिप्टिव और क्या क्या चीजें डिस्क्रिप्टिव में ध्यान रखनी है. फॉर दैट आई विल बी कॉलिंग नाउ दिस करंट सर हु विल बी नाउ carry forward in the session here with regards to the descriptive answer writing.
Okay, so hello everyone. So I hope till now you have enjoyed the session and you have understood that how you have to tackle ESI with respect to the objective component. So now let us talk about the descriptive component. And when we talk about descriptive component, over here we have three very important tools without which you cannot prepare for the descriptive paper. The first one is syllabus, and the second is previous year questions, and the third is answer writing practice. As Gurkirat sir has also told you that syllabus play very important role as a part of your preparation. Basically, they act as a guiding light. They help you to know the extent up to which you have to cover a certain type of topic. This is the importance of syllabus. One by one, I will show you the syllabus. Syllabus you have already seen. I will show you the previous year questions, and then we will talk about answer writing practice also. Fine. So we will do it in a step-by-step manner. So first of all, if we talk about the previous year question. Fine. So first of all, why do you have to choose previous year question? Because by analyzing all the keywords of the syllabus, once you come to know that these are the certain topics that I need to cover as a part of my exam, then the next question is up to what depth I have to cover those topics. So basically, you will get that idea by analyzing the previous year questions. They will help you to know that what type of topics you have to cover up to what depth. So if we try to analyze the PYQ trends, and you can see I have drawn this table for you based on the previous year question, you can see the first category over here is the schemes. Now while studying the schemes, one question that is there in the mind of the aspirants is that what type of scheme should I cover? Which are those schemes that could be important for the examination? So basically, in order to know that, there are two important criteria. The first criteria is basically, is that scheme aligning with your syllabus or not? That is the first thing. The second thing with respect to descriptive paper is that basically the impact factor of a certain scheme. If that scheme that has been launched by a certain ministry has a big impact in terms of society, or maybe with respect to a certain type of sector, if the impact factor is high, then the scheme becomes important. For example, MG Narega, it is a very important scheme. For example, Smart City Mission, it is an important scheme. Fine. For example, let us say if a scheme is launched with respect to MSME sector, a flagship model of the government, it becomes important for the examination. So you have to know the impact factor, and you have to consider the syllabus, and based on that, you have to decide that whether that scheme is important or not. For example, if a small scheme has been launched by Ministry of Panchayati Raj, will it be important? The answer is no. So you have to focus on important areas only. Apart from that, what you can do, a small strategy that I would like to suggest you, basically for the descriptive paper and very specifically with respect to schemes, what you have to do, see, anyhow you are going to cover scheme for your objective paper. So while covering for the objective paper, you will be studying the features of the scheme, right? So features will automatically get covered. These same features you will have to prepare for the descriptive paper also. Apart from that, what you have to do, I would like you to prepare some standard templates. Templates with respect to what? Templates with respect to general challenges and general solutions. Of course, solutions are going to be the reverse of challenges, right? So you can prepare such form of templates so that if the question comes in the examination and they ask you any kind of challenges with respect to certain type of scheme, now I don't expect you to remember different challenges for different scheme, otherwise it will be a tedious task. So based on some common sense, what you can do, you can prepare some general points in the form of templates, so that if any kind of scheme is asked in the examination, you are able to put those points in the challenges. Fine, this is going to help you. Apart from that, if the question is asked from the scheme and let us say you are lacking content, fine, you want to reach the word limit, but the time is very less, and also you are running out of points, you want to add some more content. So what you can do, at any point of time you can add these challenges also along with the features as a part of your answer. So this is going to make your answer more complete. And I hope the approach is clear to you, that how to identify the scheme and how to use that information for the answer writing. Fine. So these are the areas where I would like you to focus upon. Now, coming back to the analysis. Now, after scheme, if you see this question over here, the question was asked in 2023 that explain 3 government schemes related to poverty alleviation and employment generation. So before that, they have not asked any question in the RBI Grade B with respect to, I would say, scheme specific question, but you don't have to interpret from this one question that they are not going to ask question in the upcoming year also, because to be at the safe side, you must prepare the schemes. Fine. So that at any point of time, if the question is asked, you are at the safe side. Next is the reports. Now, regarding reports, I would like to say that the first and the foremost priority shall be those reports that are precisely mentioned as a part of your syllabus. So you can see these are the reports that are mentioned as a part of your syllabus, and I would suggest you to open the notification, download the notification of RBI Grade B of previous year, and just go through the list. Whatever reports they have mentioned, whatever important documents they have mentioned as a part of the notification, you must not skip them. And those documents should be your primary priority. For example, financial stability report, for example, RBI annual report, very importantly, economic survey and budget. These are the documents that are straightforwardly mentioned in the syllabus, and you cannot afford to skip them at any point of time. And you can see, for example, look at this question. The question was asked directly from reports on currency and finance, and this report on currency and finance has been directly mentioned as a part of your syllabus. Fine. And apart from that, if you see this question, just look at here, financial stability report. And financial stability report is something that is again mentioned as a part of the notification. If you open the notification and if you see the entire list, over there the financial stability report has also been mentioned. Now the second thing, very important. Now the thing is that basically there are two types of reports. I keep on saying these things in my different sessions, and I would like to highlight it over here also. Fine. When we talk about reports, there are basically two types of reports. Firstly, the first category, those reports that are mentioned as a part of your syllabus. The second category of reports that are not mentioned as a part of your syllabus. Now over here the problem is solved because you already know what the syllabus is, and anyhow you are going to prepare these reports. But what about this one? Basically for this thing, you have to consider two factors. The first and the foremost, again, the same rule that we applied for the schemes. First of all, that particular scheme shall align with your syllabus. I will give you an example also, do not worry. And the second thing, who is basically releasing that report? Fine. So basically the organization that is releasing that report should be of high stature. Fine. What do you mean by high stature? Basically an organization like United Nations, or it can be International Labour Organization. It can be central government also. Fine. Such kind of things. So firstly, it should align with your syllabus and the organization should be of high stature. Now, you don't have to cover those type of reports that are released by state ministry, the minor reports that have nothing to do with the syllabus, all such sort of things. You can safely skip them. But if there is any major report that is drawn by an organization and is very much highlighted in the newspaper, so you must cover it. For example, last year a report was released in India Employment Report, which was released by International Labour Organization. And this question that you can see over here, this question that discuss the challenges of youth employment in India and suggest possible solution. This issue of youth employment was very much highlighted as a part of that report, and it was covered in the newspapers in a detailed manner. So that report was important. Why it was important? Because firstly, it was directly aligning with your syllabus, that is the topic employment. And the second thing is that basically that report has been released by an organization of high stature, which is International Labour Organization. So that is the key idea that I want you to keep at the back of your mind while selecting that which report you have to cover and which report you can skip. I hope it is clear to you. In a very similar manner, you can see the current affair based questions. For example, you can see National Industrial Corridor Development. This was something that was, I would say, highlighted as a part of last year's budget. Apart from that, government also outlaid funds with respect to this project, and that is why it was asked as a part of the examination. So you cannot afford to skip these important documents like budget. Fine. Economic survey also. This question has directly been taken from the economic survey. Copy paste thing. Fine. They have just copied the idea from the economic survey. The same heading was given, and if you had read the content under that heading, you would have been in a comfortable position to answer this question. So these documents that are mentioned are very important, and these are the documents that you must cover on a priority basis. I hope it is clear to all of you. Now let us move forward. Now a lot of students also ask me that what could be the important areas that they should focus upon. And first of all, is there any important area? My suggestion is no. There is no such important area because questions are being asked, they keep on asking questions randomly, but there are few selective areas from where the questions are getting repeated. For example, look at here. 2 times they have asked question with respect to monetary policy. Then twice they have asked question with respect to the theme of entrepreneurship. Fine. In, I would say, I've not mentioned the, okay, I mentioned the year. So 2023, 2022, 2023 and 2022. Fine. If you analyze the PYQ, that's how you can analyze the trend, that which could be those important areas which have the probability to get repeated in the future also. But there is no guarantee, of course, that they are going to get repeated. But just to be at the safe side, you must not skip these topics. Fine. क्योंकि अगर repeat हो गए तो आपके पास पूरा चांस होना चाहिए आप उसमें अपना 100% दे पाए, and there is no scope of compromising the marks with respect to the question, and that is why I have prepared this list. And you can see social structure in India. Fine. Then the economic reform, एक ही क्वेश्चन आया था, ठीक है. फिर environment भी एक important theme है. Environment में से last year only they asked question with respect to the conflict between sustainable development and environment growth, and there also they have asked question with respect to climate change in the year 2021. So that is how you analyze the trend by analyzing the PYQs. अब इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप सिर्फ इसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले लें and after that you're just following it. This is a passive approach. What is the right approach? What is the active approach that I want you to follow? I want you to open the PYQs by yourself, and by opening the PYQs what you can do, basically you can analyze all these things by yourself, because एक बार आप चीजें जब खुद analyze करेंगे तभी आपको ज्यादा अच्छे समझ में आएगा. ये तो छोटी सी मेरी analysis है. You have to analyze by yourself, then only you will learn, you will grow, and you will become a better aspirant. Trust me. And you will thank me later once you will do that. PYQs are going to play a very important role as a part of your preparation. Now moving forward. After that, let us talk briefly about answer writing practice. Fine. So when we talk about answer writing practice, is answer writing practice or descriptive writing really necessary? The answer is yes. Why is it so? Because when we talk about answer writing, it constitutes around 67% of your weightage. Fine. So you cannot afford to skip it at any point of time. Now, why answer writing practice is important? Because it helps you to deal with clarity and conciseness with respect to answer. It also helps you dealing with the issue of time management. Fine. Because we know that in the descriptive paper you have the word limit also, you have the time limit also, and these are extraordinary challenges. Trust me, if you are not practicing enough, you are going to face difficulty in the examination to deal with these issues. So it becomes very important, it makes sense that you are preparing for answer writing practice in a structured manner with all discipline. Fine. The third is revision and retention. Of course, when you write something, you are able to retain that information in your brain for a longer period of time. And last but not the least, I would say this is the most important thing, which is building confidence. Because I have talked to a lot of students over strategic call, and students keep on telling me that I know the content, I have the knowledge, but I'm not able to express it. So it becomes very important that in order to improve that expression, you are practicing, and ultimately it is going to boost your confidence in the long run. So do not take it lightly. Answer writing practice is important. Maybe you are already good at answer writing, you are confident about it, but that could be a fake confidence also. And in order to verify it, fine. What is the litmus test? The litmus test is basically you need to perform. You need to open your laptop, you have to type answer, you have to check that what is my word limit, whether I'm able to write 400 words in 18 minutes, 600 words in 24 minutes or not. This is something that you have to analyze, and after that you have to see that whether your answer is meeting the quality standards or not. Then only you can say that I am good at answer writing and I do not need to practice anymore. I hope it is clear to you. Now moving on to the next thing, which is basically what type of structure you have to follow for answer writing, because students keep on asking us that whether they have to write the answer in the form of paragraph or in the point-wise manner. So my suggestion is to write your answer in a point-wise manner, because it makes your answer look more structured and more organized. So you can see over here, you have to start your answer with introduction, a proper introduction that is relevant to your question. And what is the word limit that you have to utilize for introduction part? Basically maximum 10 to 12% of the total word limit, and the same word limit you are going to use for the conclusion also. And rest of the word limit, fine, around 90% of the word limit you are going to use for the body part. This is something that I want you to consider, very important, because if you write your answer in a paragraph format, it will make it look unorganized. Fine. So I hope it is clear to you. Now some important tips that I would like you to consider. First of all, start small. कुछ स्टूडेंट्स क्या करते हैं, एक ही बार में एक दिन में 3 आंसर लिखेंगे और उसके बाद एक महीना प्रैक्टिस नहीं करेंगे. दिस इज नॉट गोइंग टू वर्क. स्टार्ट स्मॉल. इफ यू आर अ बिगिनर, try to write one answer a day, or if not every day, you can write at least thrice a week. Fine. So हर alternative day पे you can write an answer, and on the basis of that you can see that whether you are going in a good direction or not. Fine. So that is the idea. So start small. After this, as I told you, the consistency is very important, and you will be able to maintain consistency only if you are starting small. Fine. So try to write every day or maybe thrice a week, but in a disciplined manner. अगर आपने decide कर लिया कि मुझे हफ्ते में 3 आंसर लिखने हैं, तो चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए आप 3 लिखो. Does not matter what the circumstances are. If you have taken the decision, be sure that you are proving your decisions right. Fine. You have to follow it. If you're not deciding anything, try to have some minimum benchmark कि यार हफ्ते में कम से कम एक आंसर तो लिखूंगा, because maybe you are a working aspirant. I don't know your situation. So you have to deal accordingly, and you have to make your own commitment, your own timetable, and you have to follow it in a disciplined manner. After that, don't worry about bad answer. This is very important because this can lead to demotivation also. A lot of students who are not able to write quality answer, they get discouraged. But trust me, once you are writing your first answer, and with consistent practice, when you will write your 30th answer, trust me, you yourself will witness a huge improvement with respect to answer writing practice. Fine. You don't need anyone else to verify that whether you are doing a good job or not. Fine. And if you are an enrolled student, what you can do, if you are practicing enough, and if you think that whether my answers are of good quality or not, what you can do, you can send me your answer also. I will see your answers, we will talk over strategic call, and I will let you know that what are the area where you can do the improvement. Now, the next thing, perfection is a myth. This is a very important tip. Why perfection is a myth? Because trust me, if you will see the answer writing, if you will see the answer sheets of those students who have got the selection in the examination, trust me, you will be able to find faults in their answer also, because their answers were also not perfect. But what made their selection? Basically, the reason behind the selection was that their answers were better than the answers of the fellow aspirants. That is the only reason. Their answers were not perfect. ऐसा नहीं था कि आप कोई आंसर पढ़ लो उसमें से कमी नहीं निकाल पाओगे, बिल्कुल निकाल लोगे कमी, बट सिलेक्शन उसी का होगा जो बाकियों से ज्यादा आंसर लिखेगा, because at the end of the day it is a competitive exam. Fine. So it is very important. So make sure that you are focusing on becoming a better aspirant, not the perfect aspirant, because perfection is nothing. Fine. From every aspect, we can extract flaws and we can criticize it, but the thing is that you have to become better. Now, better with respect to what? The better, firstly, with respect to your previous answer. Fine. This is something that you can do, and better with respect to the answers of your fellow aspirants. These are the only thing that you have to focus upon. कि यार ये मेरा ग्राफ है, अगर मैंने जो आज आंसर लिखा और फिर मैंने जो कल आंसर लिखा था, मेरा कल आज का आंसर मेरे कल के आंसर से बेटर है या नहीं, उसके बाद मैं नेक्स्ट डे लिखा मेरे परसों के आंसर से बेटर है नहीं और कल के आंसर से बेटर है नहीं. जब आप स्टेप बाय स्टेप इस तरह चलोगे, आप ऑटोमेटिकली देखोगे कि व्हाट इज द स्कोप ऑफ इंप्रूवमेंट इज देयर एज अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस प्रोसेस. And trust me, it is going to boost your confidence, and it is a very disciplined approach. You are not rushing, you are doing everything by yourself, and at the end of the day, you will become good at answer writing. That is very important. So do not focus upon perfection. It is nothing. It's a myth. Now, after this discussion, what are the most important learnings? First of all, I would say syllabus is very important. Fine, Gurkirat sir has already told you the syllabus, so that's why I have not repeated it. So we know the syllabus. Please try to have a good command over the different keywords that are mentioned in the syllabus, because first of all, syllabus helps you to lay a good foundation with respect to the subject. After that, syllabus also helps you to understand the current affairs. Thirdly, if the question comes in the question comes in the exam with respect to current affair and you don't know the answer, syllabus will help you to organize some content, to create some content. Fine, because you will be having some kind of static knowledge with respect to it. So if you have a good command over static, ultimately it is going to help you in the current affairs also. Second thing, budget is very important. Fine, last year 2 क्वेश्चन आ गए थे सीधा, तो बजट को हम नहीं छोड़ सकते. Economic survey is very important. Economic survey is going to help you to provide the fodder material also. Fine, तो fodder material भी मिलेगा आपको, और साथ ही साथ डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन भी आते हैं यहाँ से. Fine, and after that it will help you to understand the perspective also with respect to different topics. So there is no reason that you are skipping economic survey. After that, the fourth thing is regarding report. I've already told you the 2 types of report that are mentioned in the syllabus and those that are not mentioned in the syllabus. And I've already discussed the approach that you can follow. The next is the RBI website. This is also very important, I would say. mostly for the objective type paper, but for the descriptive paper, I would say last year there was a question with respect to artificial intelligence. Fine, they had asked us that question. And that question, the answer to that question was there in the speech of the Deputy Governor that was published on the RBI website. And I am also trying my best to cover this RBI website as a part of our Perspective 360-degree initiative. But if you want to do it by yourself, so this could also be a source that you can consider to cover. The next is you have to do answer writing. Of course, you have to focus on typing speed, conciseness, and the third thing that I would like to add is the organization of content. This is very important, and this includes the expression also. Fine, because once you have read something, you have the knowledge inside your brain that what is monetary policy. Fine, let us say I asked you a question that how much up to what extent the monetary policy has been effective to control inflation and to stimulate the economic growth. So you have to think that I know about monetary policy. What is monetary policy? And what are the tools for monetary policy? How it is related to inflation? How it can stimulate the economic growth? You should know about this. You should be able to organize these thoughts in a right manner, and then you should be in a position to express it, because you are not going to get the marks in the examination based on your knowledge. The foremost criteria is going to be the way you are writing your answer, the answer that you have written, and on the basis of that only you're going to get marks. So typing is important, conciseness is important to deal with word limit, but the most important part is organization of content and expressing it in the form of answer. I hope it is clear to you. Lastly, those of you who want to maintain some kind of consistency with respect to answer writing practice, we have a free of cost initiative on YouTube, and the name of the initiative is Perspective 360-degree. What we do over here, on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. we conduct answer writing practice classes. And over here on every Monday and Friday, these days what we are doing, we are covering current affair. And on Wednesday what we are doing, over here we are conducting answerathon classes. What is answerathon? Basically, as a part of answerathon, I will be giving you a static topic as homework. Fine, syllabus wise coverage we are doing. And in the next class, when we will meet after 7 days, that is on next Wednesday, I will be providing you question based on the topic that I gave you as the homework. Fine, then I will again give you a homework, and then I will again frame a question from that homework topic. So this cycle goes on, and in that manner, if you are following the approach, you will be able to cover the static portion also, and on Monday and Friday you will be able to deal with current affair also. Apart from that, this is not enough. Apart from that, we are also providing you free of cost evaluation. So you can write your answer in the comment box based on the question that I have given in the video. The team is going to evaluate your answer, and ultimately you can compare your answer with the answers of the fellow aspirants. This is going to help you in the long run and will help you to maintain the consistency also. After that, we all know that editorials are also important as far as your exam is concerned, because editorials also provide you fodder material. They help you to build your understanding and of course your opinion with respect to a certain type of issue. So what we have done these days we have started a series on our YouTube channel, that is EduTap Regulatory Bodies channel. Over there we have started a series. The name of the series is Daily Editorial Drill. Fine, that is the name of the series, and we have created a dedicated playlist also for the same. So you can see it over here. I've added a snapshot, and what I do over here within 3 minutes, fine, for which the YouTube allows us to create a short. So within a 3-minute short, what I do, I discuss an important editorial. I just take the screenshot from the newspaper, and what we do after that, on the basis of the editorial, I'm going to share the analysis. So what it is going to do, on every day what you are doing basically through this short, you are covering a certain editorial, and it will help you with respect to analysis, and also it is going to provide you fodder material. And after this, what you can do, you can open the newspaper and you can read the editorial by yourself, and that's how you will learn the art of filtering out the important information. So that is going to help you. I hope it is clear to you. So that is it from my end. Before I end the session, what I would like to do, I would like to show you that basically how EduTap can help you as a part of your preparation. So what you have to do, basically you have to go to the EduTap website, and on our website, if you're preparing for RBI Grade B, you have to open courses, then RBI Grade B, and over here what you can do, you can see that we offer 2 types of courses. The first is the gold course and the second is the silver course. Gold course is for those students who want to cover for both phase 1 as well as for phase 2. Silver course is for those students who are confident about their phase 1 preparation and they want to focus upon phase 2 only. Fine. And as a part of this course, we are going to provide you live classes. Then the concept classes, live class batch is going to start soon. Fine. So that is the approach over where the faculty is going to come and you can ask your doubts, queries, all those kinds of things, and the class will discuss the topic from the basics. Then the concept classes, which are the pre-recorded classes that are anyhow they are going to be available. Then the concept notes are also there, fine, which are the detailed notes, and the condensed version of the concept notes is the summary sheets. Then the mock test is also there for each and every chapter that has been taught in the course, and free of cost interview sessions. The course is available for different validities, 12 months, 18 months and 24 months, and you can apply the discount code also, which is coupon, and you will get the 70% off, and the final price is going to be 8,820. Similarly, we have the silver course also. The only difference is that it only includes phase 2 and interview preparation content. Fine. And if you want to have access to the demo material to see that whether this course suits your preparation or not, so what you can do, you can scan this website, this page, and over here you can see. Fine. So this is a demo material. For example, if you click over here, you can see this is how the live classes are conducted. This is the advertisement. Let me skip. Fine. So you can see the chapter bonds is been taught over here. Fine. So that if it suits you, then only go for it. Otherwise, of course, whatever suits you, whatever can help you as a part of your preparation, you should definitely follow that source only. Fine. So that is it from my end. And I hope this session was effective for all of you. If you want anything else from our end, please do comment in the comment box. And if this video was helpful for you, so do let us know by commenting in the comment box. So thank you so much and all the best. All the best for your preparation, and maintain consistency, maintain discipline, and do not stop until you reach the finish line. So thank you so much and all the best.